And we are live. Arsenal versus Manchester City Carabao Cup Final. We are here and we are ready. Big up, everybody. Big up the community. Big up the channel, the friends of the channel, people who will be logging in briefly, people who will be staying in for a long time. This is it, guys. The first domestic final of the season, and we're gonna watch this match. I'm pretty sure some of you, well, all of you, non-Man City fans, non-Arsenal fans, will have maybe your preference with regards who you want to win. Me, if I'm being totally honest, guys, I need Man City to win. And the reason why I want Man City to win, because I can't have Arsenal winning the quadruple. Arsenal, they're going to win the league. They're going to win the league. They are. And I've conceded that they're going to win the league. So I'm like, cool. We're going to have to give them that. I don't like the way they won the league. I don't like the Premier League refereeing. I don't like the corner business. And don't worry, guys, we're going to talk about Man United during the course of this game, because I didn't do a watch along on Friday for the game, but I watched the first half, and yeah, let's just say that I was very frustrated by the result in the end. But back to Arsenal. Arsenal, they're gonna win the league in the way that they're gonna win it, and I just can't have them winning any kind of quadruple. I think this year they're a lot closer to win the Champions League. They've already beaten PSG in the group stages, and I think the only other team maybe that's left is Bayern. Maybe Bayern Munich could beat Arsenal in the Champions League, maybe. So Arsenal, and the thing about Arsenal, they don't play beautiful football. They do play good football, but it's very methodical. It's very drilled. It's very drilled. It's almost Man City like, but without the creativity or the flair that Man City have. Arsenal have become this team that are just inevitable. They're going to score. And if they can't score by playing football, they've got that plan B. And my God, we've seen this season that plan B is very hard to deny. It's very hard to play against those crazy set pieces. But we're here. Me personally, like I said at the beginning of the stream, I need a Man City win. I don't care really about this cup. I don't like either one of these teams. So this is a proper hit along. A proper hit along. I can't stand either one of these teams. And I'm pretty sure actually most United fans, I reckon most United fans want an Arsenal win. I think with the Man United fan base, especially up north in Manchester, in the UK, your animosity is going to be more towards Man City than it is towards Arsenal. So I understand that. But yeah. Let's go, guys. Hopefully, either way, I hope it's going to be a decent game. There's usually goals between these two teams. Both of these teams want this. Man City are not going to win the league. So, personally, if I was Man City, I would be going for this trophy. I'd be going for it. Um, Arsenal, the thing about Arsenal, the reason why I think in the end, they might win this in the end. In the end, because we've seen their defense and their defensive structure is just so good. It's just so good, guys. Let's be honest. And that's a difference between Man City and Arsenal right now at this stage. The Man City defense and the defensive structure isn't the greatest. Attacking wise, I would take Man City's players over Arsenal's players. Definitely. That's not even a debate. Cherky and all these guys, Reinders, Mamouche. Yeah, I'll take the Foden's, Doku. Yeah. Haaland. I'll definitely take Man City's attackers over Arsenal's attackers. But Arsenal are just so drilled, so well drilled. Anyway, guys, we are literally seconds away from kickoff. Big up, everybody. Make sure you smash that damn bumper clock like. And let's enjoy this game, people. Let's enjoy this game. It makes no difference to us. It's not a league game. Chelsea, I think, lost. Did Chelsea lose? And we are off, people. And we are at Wembley. And as you can see, the camera is a bit low down. It's a bit, rather than watching it from above, very high up, the camera is a bit lower to the ground. So we're kind of watching it a little bit more eye level. A little bit more eye level than what we're used to. But hopefully, which means it's harder to see the spaces. Oh, wow. They've started already, Man City. It's so annoying to see Man City play like that and just give the ball away so needlessly at the start. The quality is just not there in Man City like it used to be. There you go, Man City on the ball right now. Oh, I'm not gonna lie, bro, that's Doku's ball, surely. What's my prediction? It's offside. But look at Gyökeres' pace, though. Gyökeres is quick. Yeah, it's gonna be an issue, man. Already, look at Man City's high line. Already. 2 minutes in, and you can see how this game is gonna unfold. Eze not making it. Eze on the bench. So Arsenal started the captain then, Odegaard. I assume Odegaard must be starting in the 10. I've seen people, Arsenal fans, lose their mind about the treatment of Eze. Eze scored the other day. Some people argue he's been playing well, but he's been taken out of the team. We'll see if that was a good decision. Yeah, look at Man City's press, that 4-3 men. Yeah, I don't know if Man City can keep doing this man for man press that they're currently doing. Oh, yeah, it's a good ball. Who's that ball for? That's a ball. Who made that pass to Gyökeres? Was it Declan? This is very interesting because I feel like I didn't even realize. Listen, I didn't even realize, people, that Arsenal have started Havertz and Gyökeres. So there isn't There isn't Eze in the 10, and there isn't Odegaard in the 10 either. Yeah, it's very interesting. So he's got no Eze, no Odegaard, playing Havertz in the 10, with Zubamendi and Declan behind him. 5 minutes gone to the game. Most of the game is currently being played in Arsenal's half of the pitch, which is kind of what Man City want anyway, right? Man City want to condense the pitch as much as possible, play between the lines. Arsenal are going to be the team playing on a break today. I don't think, and I think I don't think Arsenal mind. Arsenal, it's very difficult to score past Arsenal when Arsenal get in shape. Once they're in that comfortable shape, it's difficult to score past them. So I don't think Arsenal will mind. Wow, 3 shots. There you go. It started already. I thought that was offside. That was 3 saves from that goalkeeper. Arsenal, like I said, they don't mind not having the ball either. It's hard to beat Arsenal because they can play on the counter. Oh, that nutmeg there. Oh, he wasn't on. He was on. Well done, goalkeeper. Twice. 3 times 2. Whoa. All it took was one move. All it took was a give and go. It was a simple give and go through the legs, and they were through. One thing Arsenal also do, they play with speed. Man City are too slow with the ball. They don't know what to do with it. It's like there's no. And Arsenal are so well drilled. Like if that same move happened in the Arsenal box, that runner would have been that run would have been followed by a Declan Rice or somebody. It's just different, man. Wow. Yeah, man. It's like Man City have had most of the ball, but the only chance to score in the first 8 minutes has fallen to Arsenal. Like Man City, like Arsenal, this is fine what Man City are currently doing. Playing the ball in front of Arsenal. That's not a foul, Jokeres. That's not a foul, mate. Yeah, there's no counter on for City. Man City are all like to feet players. It's that you know what it is, yeah. Man City almost suffer from the same issue that Liverpool suffer from. Look, all these to feet players, bruv. All these players that want the ball to feet. They need people who want to run Man City and give and go and run into different space. Look, all to feet, to feet. No, look, see, Chucky just gave the ball, yeah, and he's not making a run. I'm seeing it a lot, man. Shaki just gave the ball, like, make a run, Shaki. You're not gonna make a run after you've just passed the ball. Pass the ball, stand still. Oh, foul. How's that a foul? I don't get referees, bro. That is a foul on Saliba, apparently, by Haaland. Yet the Ahmad decision against Man United wasn't a foul when he was pulled, and you can see his shirt was getting pulled. Bro, the quality of refereeing here in the Premier League is absolutely abysmal, bro. And it's nothing to do with the actual referee. Because the whole point of VAR is to make sure that if a referee had a clear decision done wrong, that you're supposed to mop up. And VAR is not doing its job either. Referees are making clear, incorrect decisions, and VAR is not intervening. It's like, what is the point, bro? What is the point of VAR if stuff like what happened against Amad Diallo can still happen? We see the video of it. We see the shirt being pulled. Everyone around the world can see it, and then you still say no foul. Just like the African AFCON. One team won AFCON. We all saw it, and you're gonna go back and do courts and this court and appeals and have it overturned because another team walked off, even though you continued and you played on, bro. The politicians or the politics of today and how effed up it is seeping through everywhere, bro. These crazy PDF files and Epstein's and all these guys who run the world, who we know run the world, all their nastiness and how they see stuff and their ethics and morality and all that stuff, it's corrupted. It's corrupted the whole world. People now understand that nothing matters. People understand that you can be a piece of shit and succeed. In fact, you have to be a piece of shit to succeed in life. Referees clearly getting bought, bro. Clearly getting bought. Arsenal going to score from this set piece now. And I'm not going to lie, Arsenal going to win this game. I'm 100%. Like, you know when you're just so comfortable that Arsenal going to win? From what I've seen, every time Man City have the ball, they have no clue what to do with it. No clue. Every time Arsenal have the ball, they look like they're going to score. I cannot believe, based on the first 12 minutes, yeah, that this Man City team will do anything today. They haven't even been anywhere near Arsenal's penalty box. Anywhere near. There's no football being played around Haaland. Like, when Haaland gets the ball, no football is played. It's like, where's all the one-touch football? Where's all the players around Haaland? It's like he's so isolated. Erling, that was poor from Arsenal there. Want some of this? I know you like hash brown. I don't want no hash brown. No. Yeah, man. Man City are dead. I can't believe, like, these guys can't play. These guys can't form any attack. Wow. Wow. That might be important. In Capier just made a foul and just got booked 15 minutes in. Let's see how that develops. In Capier. Haaland's so big and blocky, bro. You know the ones where Haaland can't drop in like and do a little close control or do something anything to do with finesse. He's a bit like Sesko in a sense where it's a good thing and a bad thing. Like his presence is a good thing, bro, but it also means he can't jinx in and out. You know what I'm saying? He can't do something slick. Uh-oh. What's Doku keeps doing losing the ball that way, man? It's like every time Doku has the ball on that right hand side, on the left hand side for Man City, he just like, bro, just control the ball and find your teammate. Everything just fell into place for Arsenal. The most important thing I reckon that's happened this season is that the referees have. There's been some sort of inertia, some sort of togetherness by the referees to allow fouls. The referees have collectively, for some reason, allowed fouling in the Premier League. They've allowed the Premier League to be a foul league. And I think that's worked well for Arsenal because they're now able to foul and cheat. Look at Saka. How the hell did Saka still wriggle away, bro? It's so annoying. The thing about Saka, I like Saka. I don't dislike Saka, but you know when like when you realize Saka's main strength, yeah, he's not a great dribbler. He isn't, in my opinion. What Saka's strength is, what Saka's main strength is Africanness. It's the fact that he's strong and you can't push him off the ball, and the way he shields the ball. He dribbles in a such unorthodox way with the inside of his foot. The only person I've ever seen do that is that if you try to tackle him and the ball's on the inside, you're gonna have to foul him. He dribbles in a weird way. So that's his main strength. His main strength isn't his tech. He hasn't got no special. He's not a special shooter. He ain't a special dribbler really. It just there we go, Man City. That's a good cross for Man City. Corner to Man City. That's a nice cross in by Semenyo. He fizzed that across, man. Maybe less power on the cross by Semenyo, but he had to fizz that, man. Yeah, Saliba with that little push there. That's all enough. That was enough. All right, Man City, corner to Man City. Are Arsenal going to concede from a corner? No. And also, he started Kepper again. There you go. Arsenal's counter attack came to nothing. Saka on the floor. We love to see it. We love to see when Saka's on the ground because we don't like Arsenal. That's a good tackle on Havertz. Doku gave him one. Doku gave him that little slap around the back of his head. I saw it. Doku, you just need to play good football, bro. Right now, Saka's having a better game than you, my guy. We need to get Doku in the game. But Doku is not. Doku's that player that comes alive in the final third. He's like a final third, get to the penalty box player. If you give him the ball in the middle of the park, there's not much he's going to do. Apart from giving it back to you. But Doku 1-on-1, edge of the box. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Put the ball down, man. See, that's not you guys. That's better, Doku. Flipping heck. Gone are the days, man, when Man City had Mahrez on the wing, bro. Like, people just still don't understand how good Mahrez was. But Mahrez is so good, man. Saliba. Saliba. One thing about Arsenal as well, when you watch them play, they are very aggressive. They are they go man for man and they can do it all day. Stamina, fitness levels, aggression, intensity is there for Arsenal. Would you take any of Arsenal's back line at United? Um, Probably actually, because our back line is so decimated right now. I might take one of your back two, Saliba or somebody or Gabriel. Would I take a full back? No, because you guys don't really play with fullbacks. Like you play with centre backs. You play with like what's his name? That guy in the right who plays right back. He's actually a centre back. The guy who says he doesn't watch football. Can't remember his name. We got you guys got like Ben White right back, Calafiori, and all these guys. As I don't know, these guys are good defenders and they're good for your system for what you guys want to do because you guys all want like 6 foot defenders all across. And I know our Man City also kind of play centre backs at right. I mean, they're the first ones to do that. Don't forget they won the league by playing 4 centre backs in their back four. But I don't know, man. I don't like that. I still want fullbacks. You know, I still believe in fullbacks who can cross the ball in and play on the wings. But I might take what's his name? Not Ben White, the other one. The Dutch one. I might take Timber at right back for Dallo. But I don't even think Tim is better than Mazraoui. I don't like, and if he is, he's not. If he is, I'm not saying he is. It's not by much. This game is getting boring very quickly, guys. Man City are allowing the goalkeeper to have the ball. Also, Arsenal have made one or two mistakes at the back. Maybe that's why Man City are setting up this way. Look, that touch was crazy by Semenyo, bro. I feel like that Semenyo should just one touch and shoot. It was one of those passes. It wasn't. What was he trying to do there? And that's what I'm saying about Man City. But look, the pressing by Man City forced Arsenal into making that mistake. I feel like the best way to score past Arsenal is not to. You can't play like most teams struggle to play through them. They've got good shape, Arsenal, and they work really hard off the ball. See, Semenyo's an issue. Semenyo's a problem. I just said he's a problem, but Semenyo, I need more from Semenyo. He needs to be able to sort of like to give that ball inside. Doku on the ball on the left hand side. What's he doing? Where's he going? Doku doesn't even know where he's going. That's the thing about Doku. That's the thing about players like Doku. Like, I like players here who are like in control of what they're doing, who knows what they're doing. Doku, I like Doku, don't get twisted, but he's a kind of player that's like so freestyle. He's so making up on the spot, just off the cuff. It can be a bit frustrating watching a player like that. He's got a nice amount of skill. He can beat a man. He can drop a shoulder. He's quick. But I always say, yeah, there's two different types of dribblers. There's the Messi, Neymar dribblers, Ronaldinho dribblers, the guys who dribble the ball close to their feet. Those people I call dribblers. The Eden Hazards. Semenyo in the box. Oh, pull back, cut out by Gabriel. Eden Hazard's the actual dribbler. For me, the art of dribbling is not how quick you can move with the ball, i.e., Rashford, i.e., maybe a Semenyo, i.e., Doku, i.e., Saint Maximum. These guys are all powerful dribblers because they can move really quickly with the ball. And then there are dribblers, the guys where the ball is just always touching their feet, close control. They're not the quickest, but they are, for me, that is dribbling. You moving from one point to the next, yeah, like a Rashford and these guys with the ball very quickly. It is dribbling, but for me, dribbling is moving the ball from point A to point B with the ball close to your feet. If you do a skill, do a step over, like a Rashford does, and then kick the ball past two players and run, that's not really dribbling to me. Yo, Milton in the building. Big up Milts. Yeah, bro, it was a long time. I didn't watch the game on Friday. I was supposed to go live on Friday for the United game, Milton, but unfortunately I was out. I did see the result though, which was 2-2. I kind of had a feeling, Milton, that we would draw, even after going ahead twice, getting pulled back. Do you know what? I understand a lot of people are going to talk about the penalty and all these things, but I don't know, man, because Chelsea didn't have a good result this weekend, and neither did Liverpool. And I feel like we're not going to win the league. There's no prize for finishing second or third. So I feel like at this point, as long as I get a performance in, as long as I know that we should have won the game, I'm like, do you know what? It is what it is. And as long as we get into the top four and in the Champions League positions and finish the season strong, it's cool. Because that was Bournemouth away from home. And it's away from home. A draw, at the end of the day, a draw away wow. A draw away from home is not the end of the world. Um so yeah. Are you still following? Yeah, of course, bro. This is United channel. Make sure you have your notifications on, Milts. Because I know a lot of people say that they don't know or don't get notified when I'm live. Um so yeah, bro, this is all Man United. What every single game, apart from obviously the last game, there'll be a watch along. Haaland tried to bulldoze his way into the whole box there, man. Haaland is such a oh oh wow, it's a foul. Let me see this foul again on your caress, people. Oh, Gyökeres did well there to put himself between the man and the ball. Yeah, he did well. I wouldn't give that a yellow, man. Look at him going around. He's like a Bruno. Look at him. Pain. That's what Bruno would do. Yep. So we got yellows flying around now. Some people need to be careful. We got two Man City players on a yellow. We got Bernardo now, I think, on a yellow. Yeah, man. What are you saying though, Milton, man? Who you got for today's game? Who you got winning this game? One, are you watching the game? Where are you watching it from? And yeah, who you got winning this game? This final. I've got Arsenal. Even though I want City to win, I think Arsenal will win in the end. Doku, bro. Why didn't you Doku, you could have got the ball there, man. I don't well done there. Well done there. There was no flipping, there was no offside. Yeah. Well done, Ake. Gyökeres was onside there, people. I think so far, out of the two strikers, Gyökeres has been more of a nuisance and has caused more issues for Man City's defence than Haaland has for Arsenal's defence. Foul by Gabriel on Mateus. Man City on the counter attack. Let's see what they can do here on the left hand side. Doku. Uh Bernardo Silva tries to. Well done, Declan Rice, bro. Well done, Declan Rice. Declan. Now make a mistake, Declan. I know you want to. Do a sloppy pass back. Nah, bruv. No one touched him. Yeah, well done, referee. You didn't buy that. Where is Ain't Nori? This boring game. To be honest, the game is like one of those like it's boring because no one scored, but there are technicians on the pitch. Oh, Bernardo Silva, bro. I expect better from you from there. There we go. Saka. So annoying. That's what Saka wanted, bro. Saka's never gonna do anything there apart from try to win a corner or something. I feel like this game, yeah, because we know what Arsenal like set pieces. I feel like all we're doing is just waiting for them to score eventually one of these set pieces. Here we go. Penalty to, or should I say, it's well, corner penalty, same thing, right? Corner to Arsenal. I'm hating on Arsenal's set pieces, man, and corners. Look at Saliba. Saliba marking. Ha! Here we go. Oh no. But why is Bernardo Silva the smallest man on the pitch, yeah, marking marking flipping Saliba? What kind of rule is that, bro? Look at Man City's injury or well injuries, etc. Ah, Doku, bro. I wish sometimes your wingers had vision like midfielders, bro. Do you know when wingers, yeah, they're so like focused with what's going on in front of them, beating their man, the ball at their feet, and everything else. Like sometimes they don't look up, man, and know who's around them, who's far away, where they could, where they could spray the ball. Yeah, Man City are not gonna score a goal like this. This is just flipping to try to get the ball further up. But you score goal by moving the ball quickly. Ah, Rodri, you should not. Rodri, bro. Why did Rodri play that to Semenyo, bro? Rodri was moving towards the middle of the flipping towards the penalty box, that D, and then he moved it to Semenyo, bro. Why didn't you shoot? If you are a midfielder like Rodri and you're anywhere in that D, next to the D, bro, that's your area to bang that into the bottom corner, bro. You're literally a potential midfielder whose job is to find your man no matter where they are. Your passing accuracy and your shooting accuracy should be similar, bro. Yeah, man. Semenyo should have passed and moved. You gotta make a run, Semenyo, bro. Oh, that is poor. I was waiting for Semenyo to do some foolishness. That's the difference, man. I like Semenyo, but quality is so important, bro. And as good as he is, he's not, like I said, a Mahrez. Man City has certain quality on the wings before. I feel like Man City, what Man City have done, they've exchanged the quality, some of the quality they had on the wings for pace and directness. I think there must have been a calculation that having Phil Foden on the wing, having um Grealish on the wings, and all these guys, while they actually might be better technically than some of the wingers that they have now, they don't have the pace and the ability to sort of beat a man 1v1. So they've gone more with pace and directness, especially with Doku and Semenyo, which is not always Man City's way. It's not always Pep's way. I think Pep's just understood that he needs that now in the Premier League. But I reckon Pep would rather still have ultimate tech in those positions. And Semenyo will give you that. Semenyo gives you good tech and he gives you speed and directness. But does he give you enough tech, Semenyo? Yeah, guys, this game is 41 minutes on the clock. There we go. Man City on the counter attack now, though. Corner to Man City. Haaland, yeah, the way he receives the ball, the way he controls it, he's always going to look so unorthodox. He's so big and his feet's not great. So you know why some players with this, and listen, I'm a big guy, so I understand. You know, with some certain small players would just control the ball and just giving it to flipping Doku straight away. Haaland's got to take like one or two touches just to get the ball under control. It's just wow. Two crosses gone in by Man City so far. Come on, Doku. This is good. This is good pressure by Man City. They've got Arsenal penned in here. And again, Man City are coming back. Where are the strikers, though? Who's in the box for Man City right now? Yeah. The thing about Man City, they're not making enough runs. There's not enough given goals and third man runs right now. Everyone's just standing around. You've got to like, see? Ah, Haaland, unlucky. Unlucky. That's much better by Man City. This is what we were waiting. This is the first time in the game, and it's happened at the end of the first half where Man City were in flipping Arsenal's penalty box. The first time in the whole game where Man City were in and they had the ball and had possession in Arsenal's penalty box, bro. Like, unlucky Haaland. That's a nice little dinked cross there. That's much better from Man City. They worked it. And that's what Man City, I mean, the best City sides do. Some, like, I don't always like the way City play football, slow, but they hold onto the ball. and they wait and they wait and they wait. And when they see a space, they pounce and then they speed up. Then their passing speeds up. Bang, 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 go. We're now in the last minute of added time, guys, before we go in for the break. Let me know what you guys thinking of this game. Has it lived up to the hype? So far, nil, no goals. I don't feel like this is going to be a game with loads of goals anyway. I feel like maybe one goal wins it. No, I agree. I don't think it's been the most boring 0-0. I've seen 0-0s that have been absolutely dire. This 0-0's been not exciting. You know when something's been intriguing? There you go. The referee has blown for the first half, and that's it, guys. There you have it. First half of the final gone, finished, underway. From the top of my head, after watching that 45 minutes, I would say that Arsenal look slightly more threatening going forward, especially on the break. But Man City seemingly or seem to have more control of the ball, because for me, I feel like they've had more possession. And I feel like Man City have had the ball. When they've had possession, they've been camped in Arsenal's half of the pitch. The only thing is, Man City haven't done much in Arsenal's box. Apart from the end of that first half, just now when we see Semenyo driving into the box, twice actually. He's put 2 crosses in for Haaland. So Haaland's getting closer. Haaland's getting closer. I feel like the game is delicately poised though, guys. It is the game that I reckon, it's a game I thought we were going to have. 2 teams almost equally matched. Not a lot in it. Not a lot in it at all. There's one team that's better going forward, Man City, and we can see that they're better on the ball. Sorry, they have better technicians, they're better going forward. But one team's just structurally and defensively better, and that's Arsenal. Arsenal's structure and their defensiveness, the way that they're drilled is better than Man City. And Arsenal, listen, they've got their almost first choice back 4 to pick from as well. So I'm expecting more from Arsenal in terms of what they do with the ball. But at the same time, like I said, when Arsenal have the ball, they seem to go back to front very quickly. And Gyökeres, listen, Gyökeres is causing issues. There are 2 Man City players now on a yellow card, and one of them includes the defender who's marking Gyökeres. So let's pay attention to that, what happens there, because someone might get red carded. The team that loses today clearly is going to be the team that plays with 10 men. And at the moment, it looks like it's going to be Man City. Bernardo Silva is going to play the whole second half with a yellow, as well as that Greek defender. So very intriguing game without being overly exciting. You know, it's not breathtaking, it's not amazing, but it's a 0-0 that's, like I said, delicately poised. Anyone could win it. So yeah, big up the chat, big up the community, man. Let me see the league table now anyway. Before my show on Monday, let me just quickly just see what's going on with the Premier League table. Mm-mm. Yeah. All right. So because Liverpool and Chelsea couldn't get the job done, we are good, Man United. Arsenal 70 points, played one more game than Man City, who have 61. Assuming City win their game in hand, Arsenal are 6 points clear. So even if City win their game in hand and then go on to beat Arsenal, in their game, Arsenal can still win the league. It's all in Arsenal's hands completely. And they've got a 2-game buffer. So I think Arsenal have won the league. Man City 61 at the moment. Listen, we should have beaten Bournemouth. We should have beaten Bournemouth. So, and we responded quite well against Aston Villa. So based on that, I will still say we're top 4. However, everyone or anyone who was saying that Aston Villa will fall out of top 4 and fall out of top 4 and into obscurity, I don't know, guys. I don't know about that because Liverpool are 5 points behind Aston Villa. 5. And Chelsea are 6 points behind Aston Villa. And therefore 7 points behind us. So, and I'm being told that it potentially will be top 5, right? To go to the Champions League. So we have a 6-point buffer from the 5th place team. And that's not even how it works because it's top 5. So really we need to count Chelsea who are 6th. We have a 7-point buffer between ourselves and Chelsea who are laying in 6th. So for us for Man United to fall out of the top 5, that is us losing 2 more games than Chelsea in the 7 games we have left. And drawing a game because it's 7. So it's like, out of the 7 games we have left, we need to draw one of them and lose 2 of them. So 3 out of the 7, almost half. And it could happen. Of course, anything could happen. But I just don't know, guys. I don't know. So I feel like the reason why I'm not caring as much about the Bournemouth stuff as I should be, and trust me, it annoys me. It does annoy me. It's because I'm like, what? There's no second place prize. All we need to do is get into top 4. We're gonna get into top 4. Sorry, should I say top 5? So I feel like I'm cool. I feel like I can relax and chill for the rest of the season and just watch Man United play football. And just watch Man United play football, guys. From 15th position to top 3. From being around 10th and 11th place, mid-table, all season. And in the last 9 games, to turn it around and now to be 3rd in the league. Who would have guessed it, guys? There's a lot for us to talk about in tomorrow's show. Ooh, Incapié. Calafiore. No, Ian Wright likes Martinelli. I know Arsenal fans have their opinion about Martinelli. Not everyone's a Martinelli fan. Just give me the laptop or something. I mean, all I need to do is we start the timer, yeah? Well, it should be back in 4 minutes. I mean, how long did it take? 4 minutes? 5 minutes? Oh.
But I can start it anytime. Even if I miss the starting, I know I've got a way to start it from 4 minutes, from 8 minutes, from 2 minutes.
Is it? Hmm.
Almost exacting matches ever. The Wizdom technology creates a ultra-sensitive sense, relieving even more pressure for ultimate comfort and support. Temper Pro, available with C4 technology. Temper, making sure sleep is clear. With holiday rentals and hotels, Booking.com has something for everyone. Right this way. What about something more family friendly? Here is all the Watchalong. Yes, one luxury hotel for the price of everything. We have flexible cancellation. I know exactly what you're booking for. Booking.com. Booking.com. On a massive match day, we've got some breaking news. Your chance to live there of an incredible £25.7 million if people post their lottery baseball draws. Sign up by the 31st of March. Join the people who are getting their doors in the door for the big spring win. Here we go. True performance goes beyond the drive. It's engineered through precision design, refined through relentless dedication, and redefined by electric power. The official innovation partner of Sky Sports.
Listen to this.
The one thing I would say to not the coffee that's sitting over there, never give up on your dreams.
Big up, people, guys. I'm still here, man. I'm still here waiting for the second half to start, people. Big up everybody in the chat, in the building. Watching this game, like I said, 0-0 game at the moment. It's one of those games where it's 0-0, but it's not overly boring. It can be better, of course it can be better, but it's not a 0-0 where there's no chances. It's one of those. It's not exciting. It's not an exciting game. It's an intriguing game. You're just sitting there, just intrigued by the little matchups. You're intrigued by some of the decisions that the players are making, by Arteta's approach. No number 10. In fact, he's gone with Havertz in the 10 and Gyökeres. So it seems to me that he's definitely going the counter-attacking route, Arteta. And then to start Doku and Semenyo. It's very, very intriguing. Very intriguing matchups. You got Gyökeres, who I feel like is having a decent time. He's having a bit of fun. Gyökeres is a very physical player. I think the Premier League suits him. Listen, I'm not a fan of Gyökeres and the way he plays football, right? And I'm not a fan of the way the Premier League is going in terms of, listen, as long as you can bully a man and throw a man around, you'll get into my team. Physical, physical, physical. But listen, Gyökeres looks, his first touch is a bit meaty. He does have a bit of a Timberland boot first touch, Gyökeres, but he's doing his thing right now and he's causing the issues. That's all he has to do. Cause a bit of problems, run the channels. When he runs the channels, Gyökeres, he's cool. He's calm. When he drags you out wide, yeah, he's all right. He's good. He can hold the ball up. No, not amazingly well, but he'll give you something. Yo, big up Atro. See Atro in the building. Big up Atro in the building, people. My guy Atro, what's he saying? What's Atro saying? Atro says he woke up from a nap, snooze fest. Yeah, in that sense, Atcho's a bit of a snooze fest. I ain't gonna lie, bro. You haven't missed much. Like I said, there hasn't been a lot of action, but there's been enough, bro. There's been enough. Like Saka had 2 shots saved by the goalkeeper. Arsenal were through on goal, so Arsenal have had a better chance. City have had 1 or 2 half chances. It's like it's bubbling, bro. It's simmering. That's what's happening right now. And also, yeah, I hear you about the football gods balancing out the books. I feel like Atro, I feel like the last 2 or 3 times, last 2 times where we've lost and we've drawn, I feel like the other teams haven't fully capitalized on us. We drew and Liverpool lost and Chelsea lost. So I'm like, okay, cool. I mean, Aston Villa won, which is fair enough, but yeah, you're right, bro. The football gods are smiling on us. Well, if they were really smiling on us, they would have made us win on Friday. If they were really smiling on us, then, that penalty would have been given against Ahmad. But I will say this, whether you think the Maguire penalty was a penalty or not, right? This is 2 times now where 2 times in 5 games where Maguire's turned it around. Maguire's the best defender in the world. 2 times in 5 games, Maguire has given away penalties. Don't forget, was it Tottenham or the other game? Fulham. Who was it? West Ham, when he gave away that penalty. 2-2. Don't forget, that was 2-2, and Sesko had to rescue us to make it 3-2. Once again, gave away a penalty. 2-2. And then the next game, I'm going to hear, give Maguire contract. He's the best defender ever. I don't like it that some players can do the worst things ever, give away penalties, make us lose games. Maguire's, Bruno made us lose the Europa League final. And the negative stuff don't stick to them. It's like people just sit there and wait for them to get an assist or wait for them to score a header. And as soon as Maguire scores a header or Bruno gets an assist, it's like, give them everything. Give them everything. There's no measured assessment. There's no, yes, he has good games and he has bad games. It's just, I don't know what it is, bro. But the game has restarted. Let me do my thing. Let me restart the clock. That's it. So my clock is about 30 seconds slow, people, because I've just literally started the clock for the second half. Big up everybody. Man said I look bored. Bro, it was just it was half time. It was half time. And the chat is small today. It's not a Man United game, so the chat is smaller as well, my guy. So yeah. We'll see, man. We'll see what happens in the second half. Atro, I'm assuming you're watching the game, yeah? Atro's not. Atro's make you laugh. Atro's not involved. Man's like, they better go straight to pens, man. I'm not watching half an hour. Nah, I hear you though. Watching for another 45 minutes of this, and then on top of that, another half an hour of that. Yeah, it's to rip my eyeballs out. But it's not that bad though. And plus, I missed United game on Friday, and I haven't seen any football all weekend. So I'm kind of football thirsty right now, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't watch any of the games today. Didn't watch any games yesterday. So I'm in need for some. What is this, bro? What is, bro? Yeah, take your time. Look at the goalkeeper. I can't believe this goalkeeper has turned. I wouldn't say turned his career around, but this Chelsea goalkeeper, what's his name? It's Balaga. Some long name. This guy was worse than this guy was Onana, bro. This guy was Onana levels of calamity. And now look at him. Semenyo, Doku, bro. Doku, listen, everyone's got their opinions in it. But Doku just does things when he doesn't need to, bro. It's like, there we go, Man City. Oh, Dinks crossing. Bernardo Silva with the ball. Yeah, man. Look at Arsenal's defending. Look at them. Everyone's just back so deep. No, come this way. Yeah, run this way, Chucky. Yeah, man. Think about Haaland, yeah. Once again, in that move there with Haaland, think about Haaland and Sesko suffers from this as well. And the only big striker, in my opinion, that doesn't suffer from it is Xerxes, because Xerxes got good feet. But these big strikers, yeah, when the ball comes into their feet with their backs to goals, and like they can't get it out their feet, or they don't know what to do with it, or their first touches, sometimes it's just so painful to watch, bro. Oh, that is poor from Man City. You don't want to be giving Arsenal any corners, bro, because they treat their corners like penalties. Yeah, still third place. That's it, bro. Like, Atro, I feel like I'm in a weird place now with Man United, especially coming towards it. What? That's not even a penalty. I mean, it's not even a corner. Why did the Man City defender flipping speak up a bit more? He just took it. That was clearly a goal kick. Let's just see this Arsenal set piece, guys, before we, because you know what Arsenal like. Here we go. Cleared by Ake. I feel like we're in a weird place now with Man United, yeah, in the sense that what's going on? What's happening here, bro? Is that not a red? I was literally talking about this goalkeeper. What's his name? Balaga, whatever his name is. I need to see the back of his shirt again. Yeah, bro. He went the last man, so I get why he wasn't red, but that was crazy to me. But what I was saying, yeah, before I was interrupted by this moment, is that I feel like United are in a weird spot where I'm looking more at our performances and how we recover in certain moments and our attitude and all of these little things that I'm looking at that more, because we're in a position where I don't think we'll be caught. I feel like our top four. Listen, don't count your chickens. I understand that, but I feel like our top four cemented and we can't win the league. So I'm more relaxed now. And I'm not even thinking about the next manager. I'm not even thinking about midfielders to buy and all these things. I'm going to think about that in the summer. Right now, I just want to enjoy what's going on. Does it make sense? Because I feel like it's been a long time since we've just watched United and we've enjoyed, there we go, Man City. Oh, bro, that's poor, man. Semenyo. That is poor Semenyo, bro. This is what I'm saying. Look at Pep. Pep is like, what the hell is that? Oh, I feel like we haven't played. Listen, let's enjoy Man United. Um, what's Atro saying? Don't even start me on Maguire and people tell me about new Maguire contract, I have been saying, put the fridge in the recycling. Bro, I'm with you, bro. Like, I don't mind, yeah. Tell you what it is. Tell you what it is. It's a mix, actually. I'm not somebody who is gonna recreate and be like Maguire's now new man and all these bullshit. That's just dumb. And all of that is just narratives. Narratives that don't actually that are not true. But narratives are more important than facts. If you can establish something and it sticks, the facts don't matter. Right? And for me, like I still could consider, I still might consider um keeping Maguire because I know that Delit is injured all the time. And um what's his name? Martinez is always injured. But I'm not keeping Maguire because he's the best. He's changed in all these things. That's not the reason why I'm keeping him. I'm keeping Maguire and asking him to take a huge pay cut for numbers. He's not the first defender. I'm gonna go into the flipping market and get a first choice centre back. That's what I would do. But my issue is if we keep Maguire and we don't make any signings, Maguire becomes the first choice centre back. And for me, Maguire's not first choice now. He's not. He can't be. Wow, Doku just put it in. There was no one there. Man City have started the second half much better. They look a lot more threatening, people. I feel like they're passing with a bit more purpose now. Oh, so Acho, you missed the first half of the game. I watched the first half of the game and I missed the second half of the game. So I didn't see the Maguire stuff. I just heard about it. And I purposely, do you know what it is? I purposely avoided because I didn't want to get pissed off. I purposely avoided it because I was like, you know what? I'm having a good day today. I don't want to see anything that pissed me off. I just know that we didn't win. And that's pissed me off. Oh, Bernardo Silva, Doku. Oh, unlucky. Rodri. Yeah, Man City are piling up the pressure now. But Arsenal defending, oh my gosh, just look at the players that they have back and they just keep running. Arsenal, man, it's so hard to score past these guys. Arsenal defend, yeah, with the enthusiasm, yeah, that attackers attack with. And that's hard to drill into players, to defend like you love it. There you go, Man City are penning Arsenal back in now. He keeps coming back. The ball keeps coming back to Man City. Man City have to score here. Who's holding the right wing? Semenyo, please, bro. See, this is what I'm saying, bro. Stretch the pitch, Semenyo. Move over to the right wing. What are you trying to do? Yeah, much better. Now there's more gaps. Now look at the distance between flipping the right back, the left back, and the centre back because you went wide. Oh, Semenyo, bro. Oh, this game. This game is just. It's not boring, but it's just. Semenyo, we need to do better than that, bro. That is poor, bro. Who was that a cross? Is that a shot? That's why I'm. That's the thing about Semenyo and Doku. Pep. Pep has understood the league is changing and he's gone with more directness with his wingers, but I like the Mahrez types, bro. I like the Mahrez types. I get the directness that he's gone with Pep. I get it. The league's changing. Pace and power. Doku and Semenyo. Black attack. Two black dons with hair. Like mine. I get it. I get it, but I miss the Mahrez's, bro. I miss the Grealishes. I miss the guys who can manipulate the ball, bro. I miss ball manipulators. Yeah, man's got me direct wingers, but I do miss ball manipulators, bro. Ah, Man City are getting closer. Man City are on top here. Like I said, Man City have started the second half well, but just not scored yet. And I feel like they need to score. In this 10-minute period, Man City need to score. Because all it takes is a set piece from Arsenal and the game's done. Arsenal did well there, driving Man City back. Arsenal got stamina, bro. Go on, Haaland. Oh, Haaland. Haaland is so. The problem with Haaland is that he can't do any dribbling with the ball close to his feet, bro. Everything has to be like 10 yards. Like every control, every touch has to be so heavy and punchy. Because that dribbling there from him, if the ball was as close to his feet when he was dribbling, he could have done something, but he just has to be so heavy with his touches, Haaland. Haaland's not a link man, bro. He's not Martial. But anyway, Man City still have the ball though. Let me check in with the chat. I've been unable to leave my eyes from this game because I feel like Man City are just on the verge right now, bro. Lucky Ake. I feel like Man City are just on the verge right now, guys. It's bubbling, it's coming. They keep knocking on the door. Look through. Slow. Bernardo on the left again. Kepa's lost it. 1-0 to Man City. There you go, bro. I had a feeling, when it's just like Man City were just doing their thing and they were just pushing and pushing and penning Arsenal in. And every time Arsenal cleared it, Man City would just win the second balls, win the third balls, and then go again. I love that shit, bro. That's why I'm saying I want Man United to be able to reuse the ball, rotate the ball the way Man City do. And Arsenal do it well, as both teams do it well. When Arsenal are ready, they'll pin you in and you clear that ball, they're winning that second ball and they're coming again. They're winning that second ball and they're coming again, bro. And it feels like a wave, bro. It feels like a tsunami and you can't stop it. That's what we were witnessing. For 5 minutes, bro, I couldn't keep my eye off the TV. I was like, bro, Man City, are coming like a wave. It's attack after attack, bro. I don't know. I said Man City have to score now. If they don't score with this total dominance, I don't know. And they've done it. And it's Riley again. Say what you want, yeah. Riley has come up and he's scored goals. And listen, this goalkeeper, Kepa, once again, bro, it's Arsenal's fault. I thought Kepa's career was over when he was at Chelsea. Now he's back at Arsenal, about to win the league. You can't listen. It is what it is, bro. I know a lot of Man United fans wanted Arsenal to win and they hate Man City. But like I said, Arsenal are gonna win the league. So I can't be having Arsenal win everything, bro. Look at Pep. Look at Pep's kicking. Pep is doing that Obafemi kick. That Brock Lesnar kick. All right. The match is not over yet. Let's see what happens now. I feel like Man City need to score another to secure this win, though. That's how I feel. Let's go. Arsenal have changed. Arsenal are becoming more scared now. Let's see what Man City do, because Man City should be wise enough to understand you can't now. How important has O'Reilly? I like O'Reilly, I think O'Reilly's decent, guys. Um, let me see what Acho's saying. Let me look down now. Sanchez, yeah, personally, I'm not surprised, bro. Just reverted back to type, though he did give a good account of himself at the start of the season. I agree. Let me look up. Oh, um, what did people expect today? City versus Arsenal has been a snooze fest when Arsenal pepped. Ever since Arsenal peppered City 5-1, yeah, that woke City up, and City have come proper now. I can't believe the goalkeeper did that. I can't believe the goalkeeper did that, but I did say that Man City will score today because of Arsenal mistake. An Arsenal mistake. That's what I thought today, and I was right. Just like we scored against Arsenal, our first goal against them was Zubamendi mistake. There's mistakes there for Arsenal. There's mistakes in it for Arsenal. City bottle it. For me, chosen after three midfielders, left back and left wing. All right, yeah, left back, left wing. I hear you. Um, do you know what it is? Yeah, Atro. Atro, do you think it's both left back and left wing is needed? Now, hear me out, Atro. We got Dorgu, and some people are still saying Dorgu is a left back. And don't forget, Dorgu plays left back for his country. So that's his position. But Dorgu's also shown that he can play comfortably in a right wing. So I kind of feel like we should decide what Dorgu is, decide what he is. 2-0, game, set, and match. Again, I've talked about O'Reilly. He is a new box crasher. I don't listen. These box crashing midfielders like O'Reilly, like Bellingham, like McTominay, the guys where you're like, what are you? What is O'Reilly? He's not a number 10 really. He's not a winger, O'Reilly. He's just someone who's big, strong, decent technically. He can pass the ball, move it around, and he's box crashing like a mother trucker right now, bro. How many goals has he scored here in the last 4 games for Man City, O'Reilly? Fully box crashing. Back to Acho. Basically, what I was saying about the left, I feel like we don't need both left back and a left winger if we decide what Dorgu is. Does that make sense? If we decide Dorgu is a left back and we got Mazraoui can play both left back and right back and all of these things, then maybe we need a left winger. And if we decide that Dorgu is just going to play left wing, then we need a left back. But I reckon Dorgu can play both. You know when Dorgu is so good, yeah, he can marshal the whole left hand side. I don't know. That's my thing anyway. I feel like for me, I feel like a centre back, yeah, has become more important for me than a fullback now. I feel like with Delit, I don't think Delit's going to play many games. I feel like Delit's done. Martinez is done. And Maguire's, I don't think, is good enough. So I feel like right now, that centre back position is more important than Dallow's, Mazraoui's, Dorgu's, and Luke Shaw's position. Does that make sense, bro? All of a sudden, it's become more important for me. I'll take someone on a free like Van Heckel or Sinisai from Bournemouth. I'll raid Bournemouth again. I'd raid Bournemouth. I'll look at Forest. If this story about Bruno, listen, I like Bruno Guimaraes, yeah. I know we're not talking about midfielders, but bro, Bruno Guimaraes is 27. You know, I guess that's not bad. He's 28 at the end of this year, Bruno Guimaraes. And if we buy him, we'll probably get a good 3-4 years from him. Premier League proven Brazilian. I've always said, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Atro. Out of the two Brunos, are Bruno Fernandes and Bruno Guimaraes. I've always slightly preferred Bruno Guimaraes, you know, out of the two Brunos. I feel like Bruno Guimaraes is a complete midfielder. Like, defensively, attacking wise, he's just everywhere and everything, Bruno Guimaraes. So what we got? We got on. So he's brought on. He's brought on number 20. Calafiori's on as well, and he's brought on number 20 with a headband. So yeah, he's trying to do different things. Arteta trying to make changes. Um, we got robbed defending from Maguire for both goals. Comical. First one, he opens his legs and turns his face away from the player. Then for the pen, he should have let Evan Nilsson go on for goal, and Lemens had started to. Bro, Atro, that's the same thing. Yeah, I said. No, the penalty he gave away. I keep saying Tottenham, but it probably was West Ham or something. Yeah, it might have been West Ham. But the penalty he gave away then, oh my lord, my man is nah. Cherky's doing kick ups, bro. I don't like Cherky. I don't like Cherky, yeah, because Cherky was the one who was talking smoke about how he couldn't wait to beat Man United and all of these things because how we beat Lyon in the Champions League and all these things. And now he's dribbling, bro. He's he's doing kick ups, bro. He's taking the piss. Cherky's doing kick ups. You can't do that, man. That's crazy to me. But yeah, like I was saying about the Maguire thing, I keep getting distracted. He did the same thing, I think, against West Ham, where the striker shot, yeah, the goalkeeper saved it, but then he tackled afterwards, and I'm thinking to myself, why did you didn't need to tackle and cause the foul and concede the penalty because the striker actually shot the ball and Lemens actually saved it. You tackled afterwards to concede a penalty. So it's not the first time, basically, is what I'm saying, where Maguire has lunged in after the goalkeeper has dealt with the flipping shot and then conceded a penalty like a fucking idiot. It's not the first time and Maguire does this only for him to have a quiet game or to score a header, and then I'm supposed to forget everything he's done. I'm supposed to forget that he's slow and that he's immobile. I'm supposed to forget these things just because he scores a header. No, we can do both, bro. We can praise him for scoring a header and be happy, but it doesn't mean we have to be like, oh, let's rewrite history and make it out that he's always been perfect for us. No, bro. People just get into their feelings and don't. It's a sport. Just say what you see. That's what I say. My motto is always this: say what you see, not how you feel. Really simple. It's difficult because most people like to say how they feel, but try your best to have evidence-based analysis. That's all I say. I think City score again. Arsenal need. Yep. Well, you were right there, bro. You were definitely right there. Let me quickly read some of this chat. I feel like I can keep my eye off the game now. I feel like the game is settled now. I can chill out and interact with my chat now. You know them ones. I can't see Arsenal doing nothing. Needed personally, yes. Left back and left wing is needed. Big up Dorgu, but I currently see him now as a utility player. Okay. And I'd rather have actual specialists. Now I let Dorgu float between positions. I hear you, mate. So Dorgu is that play 20 games a season, play 15 games a season sort of player. Come on, last 15 minutes sort of player. But you want a specialist left wing. I don't mind. Listen, I don't mind being a team that has a Cunha playing left wing, but Cunha inverting into the middle and having a left back like Dorgu just bombing forward, just creating the width. Because we've seen Cunha go wide. Cunha doesn't always drift into the middle when he plays left wing. Most of the times he does. Let's be real. Most of the times he does. And it can often make us lopsided. Hence why you need a Dorgu on the left, just holding the width. But we've seen Cunha not afraid to go down. When Cunha goes down the outside with his right foot, he gets penalties. He surprised me, Cunha, with how he's able to go down the outside sometimes. Either wing. When you're giving the ball on the right wing, don't forget the chance that he created on the right wing as well. in a few games ago. When you give him the ball on a right wing, he can also go down that outside too. Um, yeah, O'Reilly Brace. I'm completely with you on Bruno G over Bruno F for the exact same reason. Yeah, listen, when Bruno G came, yeah, about 4 years ago, I was like, who's this fake Bruno? And I was watching him, I was like, okay, this guy can pass. Okay, this guy could tackle. Okay, he's jack of all trades midfielder. Cool. But then I watch him now, I'm like, do you know what? We're talking about Belebers, we're talking about Andersons and all these guys. I think a Bruno G, yeah, means we're trying to win a title. I feel like players like Bruno G, who have the experience, who played enough games in that position, who are warriors. If you buy the captain of any team, like Arsenal bought Declan Rice, who was a captain of West Ham. Oh, straight to the keeper's arms. Arsenal should have done better there. Should have done better there. When you buy a captain, because I'm pretty sure Bruno G is a captain of Newcastle. Like, it's a big statement. Leaders are important, bro. And Bruno G is a leader. He's a leader. So I don't mind Bruno G. Obviously, we're not going to get both Tonali and Bruno G. And I believe only one of them will be allowed to go. So both of them are going to try shop each up, like to shop themselves. Both of them are going to try outdo each other because they both want to leave. Of course, Tonali has his betting scandal thing and all that ban and stuff. So we'll be buying a player who's done all that crap. So I don't know if you want to do that. I'm more into Bruno G, you know. But I think Tonali's younger. But I'm more into Bruno G. I'm not going to lie. But there's enough midfielders out there that we're linked to that I'm not angry. You know, when you're being linked to Tonali, then linked to Bruno G, then linked to Anderson, then linked to Baleba, and then linked to Wharton, and then someone's asking you, Chosen, which one do you prefer? And you're like, bro, it's all good. It's all good, bro. They're all better than flipping Ugarte. And they're just as good as Casemiro in some ways. Better than him in some ways. Worse than him in other ways. They're not perfect. You know, Casemiro is still has some things over them. But you know, when you're linked, everyone. It's the first time we're linked to midfielders, guys. Yeah, where I'm like, do you know what? Just get me two of them. Just get me two of these motherfuckers. You know them ones, guys. So we'll talk about it, and of course we'll always talk about it. We talk about everything. In the summertime, I know it's gonna hot up, guys. Transfer news, and I know you guys are gonna have your opinions and stuff. But me, I don't have a hard opinion. My opinion is like a soft opinion. Like, oh, I might prefer a little Baleba, I might prefer Anderson. But if you gave me a Wharton and a Adam Wharton and a flipping Bruno Guimaraes, I'd be like, cool. I'm happy. I'm happy too. You know, it's like you're gonna offer me £1,000,000 or you're gonna offer me £999,999, £1 short of a million. I'm like, cool. I don't care if it's £1,000,000 or it's 999,999, bro. It's what that's how I feel sometimes when we're linked to some of these midfielders, bro. That's how I feel sometimes, bro. Alfred Gideon, you know me, Alfred. When I say Alfred Gideon's name out, bro, it sounds serious. Alfred Gideon, hello, Wiz. I want both these teams to lose. Yes, Gideon. My guy's back. I ain't seen you in a hot minute, Gids. What do you reckon about Bournemouth game? Bro. I ain't gonna lie, yeah. I had a feeling, yeah, that we would draw the game. I'm frustrated about the result. I think the performance, we were better than Bournemouth, first half and second half. Maybe not towards the end of the second half when we had 10 men. But we were better than them. Do you know what I'm gonna take from the game? I'm gonna take from the game that we're a better team than Bournemouth. Because it's like we're away from home against a really good team and we didn't lose. And the only reason why we drew is because the referee was a bastard. And that's it. And at this point where we're not winning anything, we're not playing, well, we're playing for Champions League, but I feel like we've got Champions League, bro. So like I said, I keep saying, I'm in a weird place where my anger levels, my frustration, bro, at stuff, is not going to be as much as it should be because I'm like, cool, I'm frustrated at the thing, at not getting the penalty from Ahmad, at conceding the penalty, I'm frustrated at what Maguire did. But I'm still happy, bro. I'm still happy about where Man United are. The fact that we're still in the top four. The fact that at the end of the day, Chelsea and Liverpool seemingly can't get the job done. Every time I feel like we've messed up in over the only 3 games, right? 1 loss against Newcastle and 2 draws. But Chelsea and Liverpool haven't capitalized on any of that. They haven't. Calafiori, bro, this game is not over yet. If Arsenal get a goal now in the next couple of minutes, it will be a nervy 10 minutes for Man City. So I don't really understand what Man City are trying to do right now. They're just too chilled, too comfortable. But yeah, listen, Alfred, I've spoken about the quality of. Oh, that was close. Hit the post. I've spoken about the quality of defending and the fact that fouling is allowed in the Premier League now. And I just can't believe the Ahmad foul was not given as a penalty, but the Maguire one was. That is all I care about. That's crazy. And listen, something needs to happen because VAR looked at the Ahmad tackle. VAR looked at the Ahmad tackle. They saw the pull. They saw everything, and they were like, "Yeah, the referee made the right decision." What is the point, bro, of VAR? What is the point of it, bro? And the thing about VAR, the reason why it's exposing the quality of refereeing is because we all saw the VAR replay. And we all saw his hands all over Ahmad bringing him down. It's crazy, bro. Absolutely insane. Madueke. Nah, big him up, but he ain't doing anything this game. Nah, Madueke's dead food, bro. Madueke's dead food, bro. I don't really rate Madueke like that. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I like Cherky. I agree we humbled him. But that level of technicality was needed in our squad. No, I agree. No, I don't. I like Cherky. I like Cherky a lot. I definitely would have taken him at Man United. But now I know how much he hates Man United. I'm like, cool. Doku. Doku just left Madueke flipping for dead there. Oh, that's not good enough there, Man City. There we go. Can Man City counter attack here, guys? Cherky on the left hand side. Is he gonna waste time? Look, he's not. Cherky doesn't care. Look at this guy. Oh, that is so bad. Who is that? Is that Rodrigo? What kind of pass was that from Rodri? What the hell, man? Alfred says, "Where's good style of football with patience, amount of results, or just vibes and inshallah set piece celebration and 6-7? What you taking?" Good style of football with patience, amount of results, or just vibes and inshallah set piece celebrations. I ain't gonna lie, Alfred. I'm taking a combination of both. I know you've given me an ultimatum of which one to choose from, and if I had to, essentially, yeah, what you're basically saying is the freestyle football where I leave it up to the players with tech to sort it out and just play beautiful football, or I drill them to death. Yeah, just drill them to death like an Arteta, so they play this methodical, still with tech, but play a very methodical game. Bro, football's freedom. You got to play the free football. I ain't gonna lie, yeah, Man United have never been, apart from the Louis Van Gaal era, where Louis Van Gaal tried to coach us, we've never really been this methodical, kind of patient, build up football team. We've never been that, never under Fergie. Fergie's always been, you guys sort it out on a pitch. You guys make it work on a pitch. Yes, we are coached well. Defensive sit up. We're coached well defensively. Set up defensively, don't concede goals. When it comes to attack, figure it out. And there's something about that I like. The new managers, guys, that are proper like drill you and train you, and this is how you attack. The way that Arsenal attack the same way. Saka gets the ball, drifts inside, looks for a given goal with Odegaard. Like, I feel like, yes, you should have patterns, but sometimes when you have patterns, the patterns are drilled into you so much, yeah, that you struggle to deviate from the pattern. I feel like it was drilled into you so much, yeah, that you go to the pattern and you can't think outside the pattern. It limits your. I feel like sometimes it can limit your creativity and your imagination. That's why we beat Arsenal. That goal, yeah, from Mbumo, the goal from Dorgu, and the goal from Cunha. Arsenal are not scoring those goals because Arsenal have to just keep passing the ball until they reach the penalty box and do all these things. It it limits Arsenal's creativity. I feel like when you're coached to death like that. So yeah, big up Alfred though. Alfred's got me thinking and shit. What about you, Alfred? I feel like you can do both though. I reckon you can get a nice balance of allowing players the freedom to do certain things, but it's having them well. Basically, I'm all for get us drilled defensively, get us drilled structure wise, so we're hard to beat, and have a way of oh my god, look at flipping and have a way of playing attacking wise, but still allowing the attacking players to just make it up. Give them the freedom. Like Bruno's got hella freedom to go wherever he wants and do whatever he wants. 100% chosen. People will rewrite history on Maguire, but I know you generally cast your mind back to Ole era. Yeah, I can't. The problem with me, actual, is that I can't forget stuff that happened like that. That's why I feel like I'm more measured. I'm like, I can say things like he's having a good run right now. He's playing well right now. Yeah. And let's give him the credit without having to be the whole Maguire's been really good for us. Bro, for 2 years, he was absolutely shit and we wanted to get rid of him. For the 6 years he's been here, at least a third of the time he wasn't good enough. Let's be real. That's exactly why I say just let Dorgu be the utility, is so he can play but be less stretched. I have to say, Cunha has now adapted to life as a left wing. Chosen, if you see his move for the pen. Yeah, I saw it. I saw it. I saw yeah, like Cunha. Cunha is I like Cunha. When Cunha's in the mood, he is he's a fuckeries. When he's in the mood. And I feel like Cunha is a kind of player that we need to let him feel a bit more free. But Cunha is so frustrating though, guys. Cunha is definitely going to be a player that's like Bruno for me. And I'm just going to have to live with it because it's about how many times he frustrates you versus how many times he makes you happy. That's what it is with Cunha. Cunha is going to frustrate the hell out of all of us many times. But then Cunha is going to produce a piece of magic, yeah, or do something that no one else can do at the same time. That's the career that Cunha is going to have at Man United. So get ready, guys. Just understand that is Cunha. Maybe in time he will make less mistakes, but I see Cunha as similar to Bruno. Two players who really and truly, to get the best out of them, you need to play through them. If you don't play through Bruno, the game will bypass Bruno. Bruno needs to be on the ball. And Cunha wants you to play through him too. So both players are similar. To get the best out of both of them, you need to play through them. And they both want to be the main man, both Cunha and Bruno. That's why I said to them, they're not the same player. They don't play the same way, but they are similar. They are similar. Both Portuguese speakers. They have a very similar brain, I think. They both, and then their attitudes on the pitch, the way they wave their hands around. When Cunha doesn't get the ball, Cunha's like, I was here, give me the ball. Bruno's the same. And that's why I said, listen, I can't wait to see them together. But at the same time, can we have a team with both of them? And what we've seen, in my opinion, is the Cunha at Wolves that was just staying up front and not coming back and defending and not slide tackling and not doing all his defensive duties. That Cunha, we don't see him at Man United. How many times? Oh, oh! I thought I went in. How many times have I seen Cunha on that left wing or left back position, guys, doing slide tackling, punching the air, bro, this guy's working. So he knows he has to do something. When people say, oh, Cunha doesn't track back and all these things, I was like, listen, let's wait and see. Because if Cunha gets told, yeah, that if you do not track back, you do not play. I don't know. Him not tracking back against Wolves, yeah, because he's been told to stay up there, that could be an instruction. People like, oh, he doesn't track back. Maybe it was an instruction for him to stay up there. Maybe that's why he's not tracking back. You know? Anyway, Semenyo on the right-hand side right now. 2 minutes to go, guys, before this game is done. Man City lifting the cup. Alfred, are you the only person that thinks his actual performances get overlooked because of his GA? No, sorry, Alfred, bro. Absolutely not. That's what a lot of that is why Bruno gets hate. I feel like, yeah, the hate that Bruno gets is over the top. And the reason why, oh man, look at Cherky, bro. Cherky's trying it. And the reason why the Bruno hate is over the top is because it's like, cancel culture. It has to go hard to cancel the thing that's been said. I feel like the Bruno hate is just cancelling the excessive Bruno love. Because Bruno Fernandes, in my opinion, doesn't always have games where his performances, where he's keeping the ball, ticking it over, not losing it. He put it this way. The game where he got man of the match for, the last game, when he got 2 assists, yeah? He got 2 assists in that game. The first half of that performance, was it Aston Villa? Yeah, Villa. The first half, he was absolutely atrocious in that first half. He was crap in that first half of that game. He was not good. And I kept saying, oh my God, Bruno's having a bad day. He's having a bad game. But that's normal. But then Bruno, and this is what you have to give Bruno credit for, and this is why you got to love Bruno. Bruno doesn't have always great 90-minute performances. But even though he's not playing great, he has the consistency of trying. I've always said, Bruno, he'll keep going over and over again. He'll keep going, keep trying that ball, keep trying that pass. And while it will frustrate us, eventually, Bruno is about mass production. Bruno is about spamming. He's about 100 crosses. He's about numbers. The reason why he gets GA is because he crosses the ball 100 times. He shoots 100 times. He takes 100 penalties. So eventually he's going to get GA. And that's one thing to potentially dislike about him, but also one thing to like about him. That persistence. Bruno knows where to put the ball. He knows what areas to put the ball when he's crossing it. You have to be honest when you talk about Bruno and not just give all the hate and all the bad things. You've got to talk about his assists. You have to talk about the numbers. Because even though I'm not a numbers guy, guys, the numbers are incredible. And to have that consistency of output is incredible, bro. It is. And that's why I'm choosing to have a more leveled approach when it comes to Bruno. Praise him when we need to praise him, when he's had good performances. And then obviously criticize him just like any other player. Just like any other player. He's managed to get all these assists and goals in a period of time where United haven't been that great, guys. But don't you worry, Alfred. You are not the only one that says it's over the top. Also, what you need to understand, Alfred, is that he is the poster boy for the Premier League. So he doesn't just get protection from Man United fans. He's on all the Premier League posters, the tweets. The Premier League have to sell the brand everywhere. The Premier League is a product that gets sold. they have to choose who their poster boy is. He is the poster boy also for the Premier League. So all of this praise that he's getting over the last 2 days is coming from Sky, it's coming from media, it's coming from the league itself. But the question you should ask yourself, if Bruno didn't get goals and assists, how much would you rate him? There's a lot of players who don't get goals and assists. Like Rodri doesn't get loads of goals and assists. And he's rated. Ahmad this season has had hardly any goals and assists this season. And I still think Ahmad's had a good season. Would you guys still think Bruno's had a good season if he didn't score any goals or got no assists and just based on his performances? That's a question to ask. Alfred said was Sekou Kone and must join the camp next season. Let's see about Kone, because I was told Kone was going to join this season, and Kone was put on loan. Kone's been sent on loan. I don't know how he's doing. Apparently, I got told he's not even playing. So I hope so. I hope so, bro. But I'm not gonna lie, Alfred. If we do get the midfielders we're supposed to get, then those guys can still hold bench. Or those guys can still go on loan somewhere. Yeah, Kobe Mainu isn't a running engine. Yeah. Kobe, I think it's clear to say, guys, he isn't the engine room. In the sense that he's not the guy running around clamping. He's not Kante. Kobe, for me, is a guy. This is how you use Kobe in 2 ways. You have, first of all, play him in a 3. Play the motherfucker in a 3. Second, you can either use him as the deep lying guy who picks the ball up from the defense, and therefore he doesn't need to run around too much. But he needs to improve on his awareness and his also long passing, because when you're playing that, here we go, guys, it's done. Man City have beaten Arsenal 2-0. I feel like to play that position, the Rodri position, Kobe's passing range needs to be slightly better. But realistically, Kobe's an 8. Kobe's back and forward, but he needs to play Kobe with engines. He can't be the engine. He needs to play with Balebo or Anderson, who can do a lot of running as well. I think that's clear when it comes to Kobe. The game is done, guys. The quad is off the table for Arsenal. Man City have secured another trophy. The first trophy of the season has gone to Arsenal. 2 goals by O'Reilly, and Man City, in my opinion, are the deserved winners today. Deserved winners. All in all, first half, they were the team who had the ball the most. And even though Arsenal were threatening in the first half, Man City had more control. Second half, my word, bro, we saw it. We all sat here and we saw it. The first 10, 15 minutes of the second half, Man City got Arsenal by the necks, bro. They strangled them. They choked them out. Wave after wave of attack, second balls, third balls. The Man City that we're used to seeing. Arsenal couldn't handle that. First goal, O'Reilly, bang. And then I think wasn't it like within 10 minutes they scored the second goal. Game, set, match, wrapped up. The result that I wanted, I didn't really care. I mean, at the end of the day, this Man United are not playing. So whoever won, I wasn't overly bothered, but I just didn't want Arsenal running away with the league, getting the... Listen, Arsenal will probably win the FA Cup. So the treble is still on for Arsenal. Arsenal could win the treble that Man United won in 99. And if that's to happen, the Arsenal fans won't stop, bro. They won't stop. So, big up Man City anyway. I feel like they are the deserved winners today. We are the better team than Bournemouth, technically, but the physicality was still damning. Also, this is the same ref who chalked off the Martinez goal, and apparently he has shagged us before. Fucking prick, bro. He's a prick then, Atro, when we played Middlesbrough ages ago. Yeah, I feel like what the Aston Villa, performance? No, not the Aston Villa. The Newcastle one when we played the Newcastle midfield against a 10-men Newcastle team and they still bullied us. I think that showed us that our midfield physically is weak. Bruno has never won a tackle in his life. And the only person that can really tackle in our midfield is Casemiro. We need in the summer battlers and fighters in our midfield. That's what we need in the summer, for sure. The issue is, I don't want a team, I want a technical team, guys. I want a technical team. So we're going to have to find someone who can fight, can battle in that midfield, but can play ball. And sometimes when you go for the power and pace and the fighter, the battling midfielder, sometimes you got to lose tech. I think that's what we tried to do with Ugarte. We saw Ugarte, we said, do you know what? Ugarte can run around, clamp people, tackle people, and just give us a little 5-yard pass. Just clamp people, win the ball back, Ugarte, and give us a little 5. Pass to the more intelligent players, pass to the better players. That's what we thought we were going to get with Ugarte. We didn't get that. We didn't get that clearly. So, I don't know. As long as we don't sacrifice tech, we need a combative midfield player. That's it. A combative midfield player. Big up Dara in the building. Dara's in the building as well. Big up Dara. Let me see what Atro's saying. One of them getting called up. City's counters are terrible nowadays. If they had Marmouche up top, they would do better, says Atro. Yeah, we're gonna talk about Carrick. I feel like we spoke about Carrick for the permanent job a couple of weeks ago. I feel like we can hold off the conversation again for another couple of weeks at least. Because I know in summertime, guys, when the season finishes, that's all we're gonna be talking about. That's all we're gonna be talking about. So we don't have to overly talk about it now, but in about 5-6 weeks' time, that's going to be the center of our conversation. Are you keeping Carrick? What are you doing? The issue with Arsenal is that they just do not have an X factor. Atro, which goes down to the point I was making before. When you are well drilled, this is what happened to Man City after a while, right? The more drilled they were, the more the Jack Grealishes, the more of these guys stopped having X factors and they stopped trying to take people on. They stopped trying to be inventive and creative because don't forget, there's a pattern you have to follow. You have to pass the ball here, you have to go here. And once it becomes routine, once it cements itself, and look at Arsenal, they're well drilled, they all know what they're doing. But it means that sometimes they're not able to think independently and come up with something out of the blue. Like I said, the Doku shot from 25 yards, the Cunha shot from 20 yards. Arsenal are not really doing those things. And I think that's a compromise sometimes. If you over drill things into your players, over coach them. With Lou Van Gaal, yeah, we struggle to score. And I honestly believe, listen, we struggled to score because under Lou Van Gaal, we had a 50-year-old Van Persie, a 50-year-old, who's a Spanish guy from Atletico Madrid, who was his knees was always breaking, Falcao. We had a 50-year-old Rooney. So under Lou Van Gaal, we had players who were retiring, coming towards the end of their career. But I felt like sometimes coach defensively, coach systems, coach your structure, but don't overcoach when it comes to attacking. That's what I say. What an arse team, an arse game. 90 minutes, I won't get back, says Dara. Big up, Dara. I thought the game, I'm not gonna lie, Dara. I thought the game wasn't an amazing game. It wasn't. But it was an intriguing game. I feel like it was decent. Alfred, is Cunha the Zidane of Garnacho? I understand what you mean. Alfred is an idiot. Alfred, I understand what you mean. I'll give it to you. I would say Cunha is the Zidane of Garnacho. Or he's the Garnacho of Zidane. No, he's Zidane of Garnacho sounds better than the Garnacho of Zidane. Um, Wiz, do you think we could get who? Mm, everyone's talking about this kid. I hope so. I don't think so. I don't think so. But I don't know actually. I haven't actually put that much thought into him. But like Anderson, I was told that Man City are going to go in for Anderson. I was told that even getting someone like Anderson is going to be difficult. I feel like Baleba is the easiest. But guys, are you? Because I remember 2 months ago when you guys were saying about Baleba's performances and Baleba for Brighton this season and how because of that you've rethought your position on Baleba. And Brighton played the other day. Was it yesterday? And they won. Was it 2-0 they won? And Baleba was coming on in the last 10 minutes. And I'm like, hold on a second. What's happened to what is going on with Baleba? I think TK has said it in the chat before. And I've said, listen, class is permanent, form is temporary. But I need to have a sit and we have a deep think about what my clear position is when it comes to Baleba. Am I maintaining my position before and ignoring the whole season that he's had? Am I thinking, okay, cool. People have had bad seasons. Kobe had a bad season, but it doesn't mean they're bad footballers. But then he's not even starting in Brighton's big games. I don't know, guys. That's why you guys are here to help me think. Sam boy, no quad, said Sam boy. That's all. Listen, if you're like me and you are happy that Arsenal cannot get a quad, smash a like. Smash the bumper clock like right now. If that's what you're happy about, stopping them getting a quad. I know City got the quad, and it pisses me off that City got the quad because we haven't even got the quad yet. And we will probably never get a quad. Let's be honest. But I'm just happy that Arsenal don't get anywhere near that. Um, Big up T Kizzles in the building. TK says to me, anything Manchiti does is with a huge asterisk until they pay for their 115 plus crimes against the sport. Say it with me, Manchiti, bro. TK came with the scriptures, bro. He came with the gospel. What is going on, bro? 115 plus, and they ain't paid for none of it. One thing that we're seeing in the world, like I said, from politics all the way down to the wars that we fight, is that the truth doesn't matter. Facts have never mattered, bro. Never mattered. It's all about propaganda and feelings, bro, in this world that we live in. Bro, Man City might never ever pay for what they did. Big up Sammy. Yeah, man, big up Sammy, people. Always make sure the new people know that we're not a bunch of monsters here. Some of us are. I am. But you guys are decent. I'll be the monster. You guys be the decent people. We're decent people here in this chat. All we want to do is talk some bull. That is it. And then go about our business afterwards. That's it. Big up Atro. What's Alfred saying? West Ham and Newcastle play like Inter 2009, putting low blocks and their lives on the field, and Aaron Bissaka turns one bisector. Yeah, yeah, bro. I'm still frustrated thinking about the Newcastle game. I get annoyed thinking about that game and the fact that it was 10 men. The reason why it annoys me also is because I have to keep it 100, bro. I destroyed Amorim for losing against 10 men Everton. And then Carrick comes, transforms things seemingly, he seems like he does. But then he also loses against a 10 men Newcastle team. And then therefore I'm thinking, oh, as much as I don't like Amorim can't control the players on the pitch. Nor can Carrick. But one thing I also do like is that since that result, we've not seen Ahmad on the bench again. And I know I watched the first half against Bournemouth, guys, and I like Ahmad. Let me remind people before I criticize him, because everyone gets it from me, even my favorites. Yeah, I like Ahmad. He's my favorite player, and I think he played a good game against Bournemouth. But there were one or two times, and it's not his fault, where he shot and the shot was blocked. There's 2 shots that were blocked. Once or twice where he cut inside. There's one time Acuna, he was through, and the ball from Cunha to him was bobbling up, and he miscontrolled it. And I was like, oh, Ahmad. And then obviously the opportunity Ahmad had when he cut in and he was brought down, I was thinking, Ahmad, just get past him and get your shot off. When it comes to goals and assists, Ahmad's not having a good time right now. Let's be real. I'm an Ahmad fan. Let's just call it out. But when it comes to his performances and the fact that he holds the width, he looks after the ball, all these things, you have to play him. And I like that after I said after the Newcastle game, we have to play Ahmad. And it's not just Ahmad, we have to play a winger, just in general, that can keep the ball outside of Brian Mbeumo. And since we brought Ahmad back into the squad, or back into the team, I feel like we've looked much better. We play better, whether Ahmad scores or not. Look at Man City celebrating right there, lifting the cup in front of our very own eyes, guys. Stupid man, cheaty, as TK says. But I feel like we just play better football with Amad Diallo in the team. That's it. Look at Man City. Are you guys bored of winning yet, bro? Look at them jumping up and down with those green medals. Well done, Man City, man. I hate you guys. That's the thing about today's game. For me, it doesn't really matter. Like I said, who's the less of who's the less of the evils? Alfred, 25 days more to go. Enough days to learn a language. Malasia, Ugarte, Duolingo, duels, dynamic polyglots. Alfred Gids, exactly with the class saying chosen. That is why I think he's fine. Because even though Afghan is not Prem, the way he played there, he's still him. Yeah. Look, listen, I can criticize Ahmad's game. And I want everyone to understand that it's okay to like somebody and just to identify things. Ahmad's small. Ahmad is small, even though he's a lot stronger than he was. When we first got him 4 years ago, 18 years old, tiny. He was like, who's that central midfielder that we had? The black Portuguese one that went to Portugal to play because he was too small. That had hella tech. The little guy that couldn't play for us because he was too small. Oh, fucking hell. Either way, the point I'm trying to make is this. The Sunderland loan was it. He became him at Sunderland. Getting kicked, getting pushed around at Sunderland, it's made him a lot stronger. He is a very small boy, Ahmad. He should be a lot weaker on the ball. But at the same time, look at he's a lot smaller than the likes of Saka, for instance. But yeah, his diminutive size, Ahmad, is a pro and a con. It's a pro because when it comes to his pace, he makes him quicker, makes him more nimble, makes him more flexible. He's able to arrive in a box and he's able to go into spaces that bigger players can't. His control, his first touch, all of these things, amazing, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. But then also we've seen that he can be pushed off the ball. He can be out-muscled. And the more the game changes to the fouling game, I'm not even calling it a physical game. I'm calling it a fouling game because people are putting 2 hands on your back and the referees are allowing it. And I want to go back to the days where wingers were more protected, where the techie guys were more protected from all of this fouling that we're seeing in the Premier League. But also, I love to see Arsenal's faces like this. But it doesn't really matter. This is the less trophy. Arsenal are looking around thinking, cool, we've won the league, the bigger trophy. So you guys can get the little man trophy. The little man trophy. But yeah, we have to start Ahmad. We have to start Ahmad. And I get why we start Mbumo as well. I understand it. When I see Sesko, the more I see Sesko play, and if you're criticizing Xerxes for not having the intensity off the ball, you need intensity off the ball, running, tracking back. It's a reason why Arsenal play sometimes with Havertz and sometimes they don't. They play with a 10. Intensity off the ball is really important. And Sesko and Xerxes, when we don't have the ball, they're not doing that stuff. I understand why we start Cunha and Bumo and Ahmad. I get it. In an ideal world, you would have a striker. You would. And I was kind of annoyed that he brought on Sesko against um against Bournemouth and not Xerxes, if I'm being honest. Acho says title race is back on. You're funny. You're funny. Acho, do you honestly believe this is going to bleed into the Premier League? Bro, I'm not gonna lie, yeah. We've been waiting for Arsenal to mess up all season and they haven't. This ain't the season that they do it. This ain't the season that Arsenal. This is the season that Arsenal do it and win the league. I don't think this is going to bleed into the Premier League. I feel like Arsenal not facing Man City every week. They're not. They're not. I feel like the league is done, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. TK said Austin 316. You know. Oh, TK, the TK, you delete your comment, bro. Your message. Yo, Milton is back in the building. Milton in the building. Um, Austin 317. VAR decision overruled. Ahmad is small. Like I said, I just wish Ahmad. Listen, no one's perfect. I wish Bruno could dribble. I wish Bruno could be a 10 that could dribble, go left or right, did step overs, hella techie, hella skillful. I wish he was that kind of 10. I wish he could play with his back to goal. I wish Casemiro was quicker. I wish Ugarte could pass the ball. Bro, sometimes you just have the players you have. I wish Cunha was more decisive and release the ball a bit more. I wish Brandon Bumo had a better first touch. I wish Sesko could play between the lines a bit better and was more was more nimble. Was more nimble. I wish Dallo had better concentration. I wish Dallo had better concentration. I think Dallo, what lets him down is his concentration. I wish Maguire was flexible, had pace and agility. I wish Martinez wasn't always injured. I wish he was taller. I wish Shaw had more speed and I wasn't a broken man with his knee injuries. It's like no footballer is perfect. I wish Zidane had more pace. I wish Ronaldinho was more selfish and scored more goals. I wish Ronaldo R9 didn't get fat so quickly. It's just football, guys. This is what it is. Atro says, personally, if you actually have overclocked technicality, playing either Sesko or Xerxes would be fine. I just feel sorry for Xerxes. Alfred says the Portuguese Humpty Dumpty almost made us get Europa League. We have to suffer, my brother. Ruben Amrim must confess. Yeah. Another question that I posed to chat. Based on our form right now, we are the best team. We are the team in the most form. And I said, what would happen if we had Carrick the whole season or a competent manager the whole season? Where would we be? Ahmad nowadays doesn't take on players on a 1v1. Ahmad being deadly when he's on a 1v1 since the Arsenal tweet. It was delicious. Watching Ahmad take on defenders. Yeah, I feel like Ahmad 1v1, yeah, is when he's near the penalty box. Just like a Semenyo, just like a Doku. These guys, the 1v1 demons come alive, not at the halfway line when you have the ball. More near the penalty box. But one thing I've noticed that Ahmad is doubled up on all the time now. Ahmad's gonna have to change the way. After 2 years, this is what happens, guys. After about 2 or 3 years, as a breakout winger, people start to understand how you play. Give you an example. Saka's not been the same. The first 2 3 years, Saka hasn't been ever knows what Saka's gonna do. And I feel like once everyone knows what you're gonna do, you kind of need to do something different. Everyone knows what Ahmad's gonna do now. And that happens with all wingers. I feel like Ahmad has lost a bit of pace as well. But I'm still confident when Ahmad is 1v1 near the penalty area. What Ahmad might not have yet is the pace to get past a man near the halfway line and keep going. I don't know if Ahmad has the strength and drive to run from the halfway line all the way to the penalty box in front of somebody and not get tackled. But Ahmad can get a little 2 yard from you. In the penalty box, all he needs is 2 yards. I don't know if I would bet on Ahmad in a 50-yard race. I don't know. Ahmad has changed, and I've also questioned whether playing at wing back for 2 years when you are an attacking winger, has that done anything to your imagination and creativity if a lot of the times you are spent tracking back? Because one thing that Ahmad is good at, I keep saying, you have to play Ahmad defensively, tracking back, work rate, all of that. On the right hand side, how many goals, do Manchester United concede from Ahmad's side when Ahmad's playing? So I hear you though, Alfred. I hear you. Chosen, I do definitely think it does. The psychological edge from this game will be big, even though we have. All right, so Alfred thinks this is going to bleed into the league. I feel like I've seen Arsenal lose a game, and then the next game they win 5-0. I've seen Arsenal draw a game, next game they win 6-0. The whole Arsenal losing a game, then drawing another game, then going 3 games without winning. Especially when they can make so many changes now and bring on Odegaard and bring on this player and bring on that player. I feel like that Arsenal team is dead now. But Alfred and Atro, I hope you are both right. I hope you are both right and I am wrong, bro. That's all I'm saying. How is Dallo? Alfred, Dallo, like I said, my issue with Dallo is up here. And the reason why I know it's up here with Dallo is because whenever Dallo's through on goal, he skies it 100 miles above the bar or he does something stupid. And that is anxiety. That's you panicking. Because if you can cross the ball and do other things, fine. But the minute you're in front of goal, the minute Dallo's in front of goal, every shot that Dallo will ever have will go 100 miles above the bar. He was put through on goal, twice in a recent game. When it comes to my memory, I'm not always the best, guys. It might not be in the last game, but the game before, he was put through on goal twice and he skied it. He fluffed his lines. That's anxiety. That's you being scared. That's anxiousness. That's confidence. That's all up there with Dallo. I think he needs more. I wish he was more composed, Dallo. We've definitely wasted 2 years of Xerxes' career. I feel sorry for Xerxes. I just wish that someone can be like, cool. Can we not set up with Xerxes? Like, I don't understand yet how we can start with Sesko, but not start with Xerxes. It's like, what do people think the big difference between these two players are? Apart from one is new and one's not so new. And one's like Xerxes been told to have one of the hardest shots. And Xerxes finishing, we've seen his finishing, it's really good. If you can start Sesko in a few games, why can't you start Xerxes? But then again, I understand intensity off the ball. I get it. I ask myself the question and I kind of know the answer. Or at least I know the answer that Carrick will give. We would have been in a title charge if we had Carrick earlier, says Atro. I agree. Can Xerxes be the Weghorst 10, 22, 23 season? Or bro, he's supposed to be that player. He is the absorb the ball. Like that's why when people said I wanted Mateta, I was like, bro, all Mateta is Xerxes, bro. Mateta comes deep, he's big, like 6'5", holds the ball up. Xerxes does that, then he drifts off, runs forward, he scores goals. I'm telling you, if Xerxes was at Crystal Palace like Mateta, he'll be doing the same shit, scoring the same goals. Or let's get Mateta. I'm like, bro, we got Xerxes. We just don't play him. Big up Milton, bro. Milton in the building, man. Big up Milton in the building. Let me know, Milton, what you thought of this game. How you feeling, Milts, about the season so far? We didn't have a watch along for the Bournemouth game, guys. I was busy, but we will of course have a watch along for the next game, and we'll be back tomorrow evening for our normal Manchester United football fallout weekend show where we talk about the game and talk about the weekend. So this was just a watch along for the final, people. We will talk everything, all the fallout from the weekend, all the fallout from Man United's game on Friday. We will have all the news and all this discussion tomorrow evening in our evening show. Big up the community as always, guys, bro. Big up the chat. Let me see what Atro's saying. Big up Milts. Dallo is bad. Oh, Dallo. I think I've said enough about Dallo now. I don't want to step on his head anymore. I've said enough about Dallo. Sometimes I have to remind myself that these are still players. As much as I feel like they're inadequate in some ways, they're still better than me at football. Sometimes I've got to remind myself some shit. When I go hard on players, I like to sometimes step back and be like, do you know what? He's better than me. The thing with Arsenal is like Man United, they are confidence merchants. Yeah, but I just feel like less so this season. This season it's more about being drilled. And their set pieces, whenever they've played a game where they've been bad, rubbish, poor, all you hear is Saliba. Man, Arsenal 1-0, they've won set piece, and I feel like that's been the thing that's bailed them out. When their confidence has been low, like other seasons, when they've played games like other seasons where they usually lose, set pieces have come to help them. So Alfred says that Mbeumo False 9 isn't working. I agree with you, Alfred. It's not for me. It's not for me. I understand why we do it in certain games, but Carrick needs to... We need to decide whether it's Ahmad or Bryan Mbeumo, and we need a striker to start next season. We really do. Whether between Ahmad and Mbeumo has to go on the bench. Zach's a more natural false 9. Yeah, that's the problem, Alfred. A lot of people are saying, if we're going to do this false 9 thing, why not just play Xerxes? We literally have a false 9, and you are playing a false 9 with Bryan Mbeumo, who can't hold the ball up. He's not that guy. But like I said, Carrick will probably justify it by saying the intensity, the running around that Bryan Mbeumo does. He is intense. He tracks back. He presses and presses. Cunha, Ahmad, and Mbeumo, they press like hungry pressing machines. And when you include Bruno into that front four, Xerxes and Sesko are not pressing like that. They're not as mobile. So that is one of the reasons why Carrick doesn't play them from the start. I get it. I just wish that we could find a different way of playing that could accommodate one of those two players. That's all. That's all. We all want what we want, right? Yeah, Atro says GA, nothing else. I'm sorry, but his technicality and all-round play trumps. Listen, I don't want to say it. It's unpopular, very unpopular, but technically, Xerxes is a better player than Sesko. It's gonna sound unpopular, and we can listen. We'll have this discussion another time when you guys can beat me up. But I have to agree with Atro. If you're looking at technicality, who can do the most? Sometimes you can look at technicality as ball manipulation. That's how I sometimes look at it. Who's a better ball manipulator? I think Xerxes is. I think Xerxes is. But unpopular opinion, apart from Atro. Unpopular opinion, apart from Atro, who agrees. Big up the chat. It's been a good chat. We needed this chat as well. Big up everyone who jumped in. Are you doing regular shows? Milts, the shows are still Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 7:15. That's still the slots for my shows. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday are the regular shows, 7:15. If I don't do a show, it's because something's happened or something is up, and I will do a post. If you guys have Discord, then jump in the Discord. The link is in the description always. And I usually post in the Discord, let you know when I'm not having a show or not having or when I'm having a show. So those are still the 3 regular shows. And of course, we will do the watch along. So anytime Man United have a match, we will do a watch along always, and I will do a match reaction. What I want right now, guys, if you guys, I think you guys would agree. I think this channel might need a chat show. Either a show where you guys call in and we just chop it up for like 10-15 minutes, me and Atro, me and Milton, me and whoever. Or you guys, I need to do a show with another content creator, like you do split screen, like I tried to do with someone else earlier on in the season, and have a show where for 45 minutes, hour, it could be an Arsenal fan. It could be a rival chat. I think the channel might need a chat like that, so you guys can jump in, weigh in, and so on and so forth. So you guys, this is your chat, your community as well. So let me know what you're feeling. Let me know what you guys also want to see. Big up, everyone. I'm saying it with absolute chest chosen. I'm sorry. But Sesko is too inconsistent, and when he comes deep, he looks like Bambi on ice mostly. There you go. Acho said it with his chest. That's big statement there. I'm still giving Sesko some time. I see something because I know where the Premier League is going, and I see Haaland, and I see Haaland succeed. And Haaland isn't techie; he's just a good striker. And I see Gyökeres now settling in. I see where the Premier League is going, and I understand you don't need to be Van Persie to be a striker. You don't need to be Defoe. You don't need to be techie. You just need to be a bully. That's why I'm like, in terms of tech, yeah. But in terms of what's needed in the Premier League and what I've seen succeed in the Premier League, I've seen the Sesko strikers succeed. In fact, I've said it many times. There are no good strikers in the world at the moment. Not really. Like, name me, like, if you asked me 20 years ago, I could say Christian Vieri, Hernan Crespo, David Trezeguet, Thierry Henry, Van Nistelrooy. I could even go to like the B players and say Andre Flo for Chelsea, right? I can keep Shevchenko. Like, I can keep going on and on. Germany, closer. 15 years ago, I can name you 20 world-class strikers that were bad, man. R9. You can't name me 20 world-class. You can't name me 10 world-class strikers in the world right now. You would struggle to name me 5. Sometimes you just understand that this is the nature of the football we're playing. That's why I'm disappointed in football a lot of the times, because I know what I was seeing 15 years ago. I know the quality that we had. And I know that when you're running at 100 miles an hour, you're showing less. When you have to choose. The more you rely on your pace to beat a man, the less you rely on your technicality to beat a man. If you can kick the ball and just run past somebody because you're quicker than them, you don't need to use skill. I've always said the more we lean into the physical game, the less technical you become. Anyway, guys, I'm getting off on one. Big up the chat. We're going to cut it here. Enjoy the rest of your evening, people. 7 o'clock in the UK, London time. We'll be back 7 o'clock, 7:15 tomorrow. Big up Acho, Milton, Alfred, of course, Sam Boy, who jumped in, Turkish, the mod as always, Dara, everyone who jumped in. Big up everyone. We will see you tomorrow. Have a good day. And yeah, it is what it is. Oh, one more. If he didn't go Saudi, Dembele, Kane, Lewandowski. But Lewandowski was part of the previous generation as well, bro. Harry Kane. See, you can't name me 10, bro. I named you 15 players, yeah, that all played around the same time, bro. Put it this way, yeah, Acho, even Ukraine, yeah, had world-class techie strikers like Shevchenko, bro. World class. Even Ukraine and them teams had ballers playing as a striker. Like, you can't name me 10 world-class strikers now. You can't. We had people like Defoe who couldn't even get into the England squad. Jermaine Defoe. So it's crazy. We had guys like who Bent, bro. Darren Bent, yeah. Darren Bent was a striker that was disrespected when he was banging in goals. I'm telling you, Darren Bent, yeah, gets into this England squad if he's playing right now, and he's not even world class. You get my point. You get my point, bro. Anyway, big up everyone.